Just put on your earphones like this. People do this all the time and it looks like they're just listening to music and you have a microphone here. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So I want to make a quick video today about recording yourself. Not like this, a little bit like this, recording yourself. This is something I've been thinking about recently as I've been going out more, and it's the summertime, it's nice, the weather is nice outside. I'm going out, I'm going to restaurants, going to cafes, going to buy some clothes. And it just dawned on me recently that I can be recording all of these conversations that I have with locals. And that's precisely what I've done. I've been recording it. And I'm not sure why I didn't do it sooner, because I've just been realizing that there's so many benefits to this. I mean, I've spoken in the past about recording yourself like this, recording yourself, speaking to yourself so that you can listen to yourself again and again. So you can find out where your mistakes are, where your pronunciation can be improved. But I think recording yourself when you're interacting with locals in daily life is also an awesome way to help practice, improve your pronunciation, but also figure out what the other person is saying. So why did I even think about this? It's because I've actually, in the past, I've spoken to, or I've had some encounters in the past where I've spoken to natives, so local Taiwanese people who speak the language, their native tongue, their mother tongue is Chinese, is Mandarin Chinese, and sometimes we go out and we go to a restaurant, like for example, we go to a sushi restaurant, and I have this friend, and sometimes they come up to you while you're lining up before they, bring you to the table, and they say this spiel about, I don't even know what they're saying, and they speak so fast, and they must say it every day, all the time, over and over again. And so sometimes I'm like, I don't know what they're saying, and then my friend's there, who's a native speaker, and I ask them, and I'm like, yo, what did these guys just say? I didn't understand anything. And he's like, I don't know what they said. He's also like, oh man, they speak so fast, I have no idea, I don't know. And then that was the first time I realized, man, native speakers sometimes have trouble too understanding other native speakers, especially if they're speaking really fast, they're mumbling, and especially if, I think part of it is because these customer service representatives, these people who work at restaurants or cafes, they say these things all the time, and they probably get bored of saying it just because they've said it so many times. And it's something that is probably second nature to them, and they start mumbling, they start just blurring everything together, and that's when it becomes difficult. And I think the important thing is that for native speakers, it's fine, they can get away with it, because if they hear it again, maybe in a slower tone, they'll probably understand, or they probably get the general gist of things. But for learners like us, I think it's important for us to dive deep a little bit, to actually break down, figure out what they're actually saying. And so this is where I think the benefits of recording really comes to play. So like, for example, when I record a conversation with, when I go to a cafe, or when I go to a restaurant, or when I go to buy some clothes at a clothing store, or to return something, a lot of these times, okay, the cafe and the restaurants I'm getting better at, but for example, when I buy clothes, when I, one event recently where I was returning something, and I remember the last time I returned something in Taiwan, they said a bunch of stuff that I did not understand. I kind of got it, I got like the general gist of it, but there were a lot of like words and phrases that I didn't understand. And so I wanted to record that, and I wanted to figure out, what exactly are they saying? And so I think the benefit is that you get to record it, you get to play it over and over again, especially in real time. Sometimes you don't hear everything as clearly, but also, so you get to listen to it again, but also because they're speaking so fast, you get to slow it down so you can listen to it slower. Similar to podcasts, you get to listen to it slower. It's real, practical Mandarin Chinese. And also you get to share it. For example, if you don't understand something, you can share it with a native speaker. You can ask them. You can ask other people for help because you already recorded it. You've already recorded it. So you have that piece of information. You have that asset that you can use over and over again. Of course, you can also listen to yourself again, listen to how you're speaking, assess your pronunciation, fix that thing, that you can always do that whenever you record yourself. And so that's another added benefit. And then when you listen to yourself, when you listen to other people over again in these recorded conversations, you get to prepare yourself for the next situation, the next time you're in the same situation, when you're going to a cafe, when you're going to a convenience store, and you don't understand what they're saying. You can fix this by recording it, studying. This is the stuff you should study. This is the practical Chinese that you guys should be studying, that I should be studying more. I should be doing more of this. So this is something that I recently started doing more of. Hope you guys, this inspires you to check it out. I'll show you guys a recording of a recent interaction that I had recently, and I'll try to break it down for you guys. How about that? Okay guys, so I brought up a quick recording that I had the other day, and this is going to a coffee shop, a cafe that is very popular here called Louisa Cafe in Taiwan. And so this is a conversation I have all the time. So this is a pretty simple conversation for you guys. Maybe you guys might find this beneficial, but I'll go through this. This is a pretty quick conversation. Let's play it.
你要一杯热美式，中杯的。好，无糖的。对，无糖。还有其他的吗？还有一个可可杏仁贝果。对。帮你加热吗？可以，谢谢。好，还要其他的吗？就这样子。好，会员载具有吗？没有。80元。好，信用卡。信用卡。签单要吗？不用，谢谢。好，稍等一下。谢谢。你要一杯热美式，中杯的。好。
So you can see I asked 一杯热美式，中杯的。
一杯热美式，
which is like an Americano, medium size.
对，无糖。
还有其他的吗？无糖 so like no sugar. And she asked, 还有其他的吗？ Do you need anything else?
还有一个可可杏仁贝果。
This is me ordering something that I just saw that day. It was like a 可可杏仁贝果, which is like some cocoa almond bagel I saw on their menu, and I want to try it out. So I ordered that.
可以，谢谢。
And she asked me, do you want to 加热? So like, do you want to add, literally means add heat, but basically, do you want to heat it up? Do you want to microwave it?
好，还要其他的吗？就这样子。好，会员载具有吗？没有。80元。
会员载具 is like a very Taiwan specific thing. It basically just means like, actually 会员 is just membership, and then 载具 is like an electronic receipt in Taiwan.
好，信用卡。
信用卡 credit card.
签单要吗？不用，谢谢。好，稍等一下。
So this is funny because when I heard that the first time when she said it, I actually didn't catch it, but I heard the end. She said 需要吗? Like, do you need it? And then like I didn't know what it was, so I was like, oh no, I don't need it. But actually, when I listened to this again, I realized she was like 签单需要吗? And basically, it's just like, do you need a signed receipt or something, like a receipt basically for the credit card. Okay, that's pretty much it for the Louisa one, the cafe. Let's try a one that is pretty hard, like hard for me even, but I just want to show you guys a glimpse of, how difficult it can be. And even after recording, like how tricky it is to even decipher this sometimes. So this is me trying to return a pair of pants, I think, some sort of clothing at a clothing store.
对。
So you can barely hear that, but she says 结账吗? Which is like, do you want to check out?
唐林，紫色颜色款式都有确认过了吗？对哦。
See how fast she talks? Like I couldn't even catch the first part, but I think the second part, like I can mostly understand what she's saying, but she's like saying like, the color and the style, is everything okay? Like she said like 颜色条款 Is that what she said? Let's listen to it again.
唐林，紫色颜色款式都有确认过了吗？对哦。
款式, oh sorry, 款式, which is style. But I couldn't even catch the first one, like even after listening to it again.
GU 的 app 吗？对。
And then this is something that she asked me, 有 GU the app. So this is a store called GU. And she's like, 有 GU the app. And that when I first was talking to her, I didn't even understand what she was saying. like usually when people ask me something I don't understand, I don't always say, oh, I don't know what you're saying. Usually I'll just say no, or I don't need it. So I think that's what I said. Let's listen to what I said. Oh, I said 对. Okay. I didn't understand what she was saying.
Oh, 没有。
So she was like, oh, so if you have this app, let's get you to scan the QR code. And then this is when I realized, oh, actually, no, I didn't hear you. I don't have this app. Man, so like, see what I mean? They speak so fast, and even after listening to it again, I only get I get the general gist of things, but there's words in there that are so fast that I can't even catch. So that's just a quick demonstration, quick example of some of the recorded conversations that I've had recently. I hope that motivates you and inspires you to try it yourself, record yourself. Just put on your earphones like this. People do this all the time, and it looks like they're just listening to music, and you have a microphone here and just speak like you normally would. And I think you'll find that it's very beneficial. You get to play it again, slow things down, decipher things, and it's going to help your Mandarin Chinese. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. See you guys next time. Peace.